So we're here at COP26 at the Glasgow Art School with Anne-Marie Melster of Artport Making Waves. Great to see you, Anne-Marie, and wanted to ask you the first question really, which is, what are you doing here at COP?
Well, it's actually already our fifth COP, and we always try to put together artists, scientists, and education in order to advocate for action, for climate action. And we came this year to host at the Glasgow School of Art an interdisciplinary program, bringing together film screenings of the We Are Ocean Global program, of Into the Oceanic, which we premiered yesterday. We bring here scientists who are speaking about specific Scottish ocean-related topics like seaweed restoration, sewage water, etc., and to work directly with students here from the art school to speak about how interdisciplinary projects can be set up and to give them also a purpose in their work for the future so that they can really become active in this whole movement of ocean protection in the context of climate change.
So overall, how do you feel that your work is contributing to scaled-up climate action?
Well, we started already in 2005, so we are one of the pioneering curatorial collectives worldwide working at this intersection. And I'm a little bit proud because we have been working with more than 40,000 young people all over the planet. We have been participating in several COPs. We have had more than 3 million viewers, visitors, participants in our different programs all over the planet. And we can, of course, not count how much our impact was, not in numbers, but I see that a lot of our former participants, they changed their behavior, they started their own movements, whole schools, they always want to become partner of our projects, and the young people are really changing their minds. And not only students like here at the Glasgow School of Art, but also primary school students between 6 and 8, and teenagers between 12 and 17 years old, and civil society in general.
Where did your passion for the oceans, for environment and climate change, where did it begin?
Well, for climate change already earlier, because I was always interested in environmental protection, and I was working in the arts, or I'm working in the arts since more than 20 years, and I saw that there was a lack of working on specific purpose related to planet Earth. And I said in 2004 with my project partner in New York, Corinne Ernie, we have to do something which is related to environmental protection in the arts, because that's missing. That was the first step in 2005 when we created Artport Making Waves. The second step why I started We Are Ocean Global program 2 years ago is that I said now is the moment to really work on my big love in my life, which is the ocean. And the Ocean Decade, the UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development just started this year. The last 2 years were the preparatory phase, and I said it's a good umbrella under which we can work with this program. And we got the endorsement. We are in action now of the UN Ocean Decade until 2030. And that's good for us because like this we can intensify our collaboration with worldwide institutions.
Where does it go from here? We were just talking earlier that next year is the 50th anniversary of the UN Conference on the Human Environment, which took place in Stockholm, Sweden, and that's now where you're living. And it was the birth of the UN Environment Programme, 50 years in 2022. Could this be another point to actually spread the message through art and its links with science?
I think so, because first of all, we are planning a big project in Sweden and other Sami countries. We are Ocean Sapmi, so for me it's important to be in contact, in close contact with the Swedish government to co-create something which is important for the Swedish territory. And then on top, I think it's an important point in the nature and in the existence of UNEP, because we can show that what has been done in 50 years. And I think it's important to do that in a country like Sweden, in a city like Stockholm, and not in New York, Paris, and other big cities where those big summits have been happening before, because Sweden is a very nature-oriented country, but we have to do much more in regards of environmental protection.
Yeah. If you had the governments who are maybe a kilometre or so from us here, in this room here at the Glasgow Art School, what would be your number one message to them?
I always say, I did that already 16 years ago, walk the talk. It's a banal expression by now, but the Paris Agreement was established 6 years ago already. And it doesn't matter if it is binding or not, but walk the talk and try to implement what you signed in Paris and make it quicker, accelerate the process a little bit, because we don't have time. Yeah. And the second message would be, I think the best carbon sink is if we leave everything related to carbon in the ground. So it would be good if investment and subventions for fossil fuels, coal and petroleum, would be reduced to a minimum or just cut out of the plans in the future.
Leave it in the ground.
Exactly.
Exactly. And make sure the pollution doesn't end up in the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much indeed. Anne-Marie Melster of Artport Making Waves here at COP26, doing really great work with art and the bridge between science and climate action. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Nick. And thank you, We Don't Have Time.